Hey, everybody. Oh, I have to hang up the phone call. Hi, Johnny.
Oh, shoot, wait. My speaker ain't on.
Uh-oh. Yes, I screwed up again the live stream setup.
Okay. I couldn't hear you.
Hey, Johnny, have you got your phone still on or something? I'm hearing an echo.
No.
Oh, I'm not hearing it now. Maybe it went away.
No.
Okay, we're good. Hey, everybody.
Now, wait a minute. Because this room that I'm in right now, that everybody's chatting in, there's no video, but I just got a notification. Oh, there it is. Good old ad plan.
Yeah, I was setting it up early because Johnny and I always talked through the questions before we began. And of course, it went live for you guys and you guys started joining the room. So thanks for waiting. The good news is I can see the comments in StreamYard. Hey, Becca.
I got an Amazon ad this time.
That was a great live stream the other night, Becca. I wish I'd caught you live because I wanted to do phone a friend and call in. Oh, I got to find somebody to be a moderator. The room's moving too fast. I can't click on a name fast enough. Ona and Becca, I just made you moderators for as long as you can hang with us. Okay, well, I guess we can get right into it since I started like 30 minutes early and we already have people joining us. Let's look at Paul Manafort. Had a cardiac event last week, had to go to the hospital from jail. Is he really sick? What's going on with Paul Manafort?
Is it indigestion?
Did he throw up in his mouth a little?
Heartache and pain.
Was it a setup because he wanted to get a message to somebody via having a little time in the hospital? Get a secret message out? Somebody try to poison him?
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish viewers. Oh, look what I get first card, the messenger. First card. Planned on the bottom. Planned cardiac event. Yeah, why is money at the root of this? What are you getting, Johnny? I'm getting crazy stuff.
Me too.
I'm not getting anything about health, illness.
The closest card I get to health is temperance, which, is about health, but it's more sobriety than it is physical health. And across from it, I get the King of Wands.
I don't even have the Three of Swords, like stabbed in the heart.
I don't get health cards. I get, there's the government with the Hierophant. And then I get the Two of Cups. So there's a person in the government that he is working with. There is, again, Temperance, quid pro quo, and the King of Wands. In the middle, though, I get Judgment and the Six of Cups, which is both about the past. One's coming up and one is like a memory. So I think there is an obligation he had to meet because I got the Knight of Pentacles. So I think this was just something he needed to do.
Yeah, I think it has to do with money he owes the oligarchs is what I'm getting, because this was planned on the bottom of the deck. It's planned. I get he needed to get a message out. His challenge, his emotions were running over. Well, why were they running over? Money news from the oligarchs, like knock, knock, you owe us some money.
Yeah.
Fighting with them. He's fighting with the oligarchs. And here's the quid pro quo money laundering card. I gave you this for that. They're strong arming him. And he knew, investigators are watching him and stuff. So he had to get a secret message out somehow. And the message I just asked, who was he trying to get a message to? And I'm getting the Fool, Trump. That. Yeah. Yeah, that he got, he's being power played and over money. And I'm getting victory, like he got the message out, whatever he was trying to get out.
There's a foreign leader hanging him up here. And then I get the Queen of Pentacles. There's that support money. Yeah, this wouldn't have nothing to do with health.
This was work. This was work.
Not to say that he's in good health, but this wasn't that.
Wow. Okay. Well, while we're in that field, let's move over to Putin. So you were saying that he was hitting around. He might try to do a term limit so he can run again.
He has hinted that he may get rid of the term limit, and that basically he'd be like President Xi over in China, that he'd stay president forever. And so, is he going to be able to abolish his term limit and be president forever? Because he's already in the position to where he jails his opponents.
So this is for our Russian viewers, purely for entertainment purposes only for YouTube. Is he going to be successful in doing away with term limits and be president again? He's running in with some action.
So I start with the moon. It's a mystery, but there is some treachery. There's something going on in the background that nobody sees. There is the hardship and then a new person. So he is keeping out the opposition. This is the Nine of Pentacles and then the Six of Wands. So security and victory. And then the 10 of, what the hell is this? Oh, it's the Wheel of Fortune. They have changed all the names over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's I think he's securing himself. I think he's going to be able to. I'm not sure he's going to be able to. I'm getting he's got a circle of support. Mm-hmm. His challenge is his image, like how it'll affect his image if he does away with it. But at the root of this, he is moving forward with it, and he's charging in, just almost blindly. But I'm getting crowning the reading. He could be blocked on this. Yeah.
I'm getting King of Wands, which is usually an investigator for me, asking questions. But then I get the government and the Wheel of Fortune, like changing something in the government. he's looking back at Trump, like you could do the same thing.
He would love him to. That's his pet.
That's his agent, as he called him. We'll look at that. So let's ask this question. Will Trump try to do away with term limits?
He did say there shouldn't be one, and that he should get a third term since the Democrats were so mean to him.
Because he got so much done. Oh my God. If you haven't seen Trevor Noah's video from last Friday, it's called Trump's Words 2019. Oh my God. We all know about oranges instead of origins, and covfefe and all that, United States and stuff. It's a whole video of just crap words Trump used that half the time they had to put, down below in captions what he was trying to say because you can't even understand it.
There is a video too of the man who did the voice of Gollum in Lord of the Rings on Stephen Colbert, and he was reading Trump's tweets as Gollum.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
So Trevor's video you can see on the Daily Show channel if anybody wants to look for it later. So is Trump going to try to do away with term limits?
This card is the Two of Wands. It's called the Trapper. And right across from it, I get the Democrats. It's the happy family. So, there's the stars and then the Queen of Pentacles. So this is America. And yes, he would love to, but it doesn't really, he gets the Wheel of Fortune too. Something changes.
Yeah, I've got, he's got a hidden agenda. His challenge are his lies and everything. That's his challenge. Over here, he does feel trapped. But he also feels smug, so he's trapped, to your point, by the Democrats. Crowning the reading I've got out in the cold, though. You're on your way out. You're not going to be there to serve another term.
You should be worried about this term.
Yeah, he's trying to hang on. But he's trying to do it for his own security because the longer he stays in, then the time limit runs out on his indictments, and he won't get indicted when he gets out. I am getting there's going to be a fight about it. That brings a change, and so I was just gonna lay a few more cards. He's gonna be blocked, and it's kind of interesting. He's gonna get blocked by people of money and gifts of money, information coming out. So he'll be gone before he can do it. That's what I'm getting.
It's interesting how so many of the Republicans are still with him, but the Mercers are not.
Yeah. Okay, so Putin said on TV, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my question where I wrote it down. He said on Russian TV that Trump was his agent, his Russian agent. And then Trump started calling Republicans the United Republican Party. And I thought that was interesting because Putin's party is called the United Russia Party. So Trump's now mimicking everything, the puppet master tells him to do. So let's just see how much is Putin pulling his strings? I guess is the question. Does he have complete control over him, and why? Or is it just that Trump is using him to try to do some of the same things Putin has done? Who's in control of Trump?
And I do wonder, is it just money that he has on him, or what is it? Like, because Trump never wanted to be president. He just owes people money. And this time he owes money to the wrong person.
I got the money news on the bottom.
So there is. Oh boy. That's what it is. So my first card is the Lovers. That's crossed by the Three of Swords. So there is some trouble in paradise. The good, happy together relationship is crossed with the heartache and betrayal. Now, it's not necessarily trouble in paradise. It's puppet strings. Like, this is supposed to be the person your ideals align with, but you're opposites. It's like that's not the same. Something about that is different. And so it's not really a trusting relationship. It's one person has more power than the other. Because then I get the King of Swords, but then the King of Wands, and then the Queen of Swords. So one person is more of a leader and the other person's more of a follower. Then here is the person, the center of attention, with the Six of Wands. And then there's the isolated person. So, yeah, he controls him totally, completely, I believe.
I think so too, because I've got the Page of Pentacles on the bottom, the moneyed news. That's probably Putin saying, "Where's my money? Where's my money?" Here's Trump looking overseas for direction. His challenge is to have a balance of powers with Putin here in the past, to have a balance. That's his challenge. He can't balance it because he depends on Putin to help lead him to calmer waters, and help him to higher ground. So he does look to mimic Putin. And so here's little immature Trump, immature Trump across from Putin, so Putin is definitely in charge of this. And he's trying to be the king, but Putin's his support. Putin helps his image also. So he teaches him what to do. But Trump's in a bind because of the oligarchs and the money that he owes to the oligarchs. Albeit laundered money, he still owes it.
Yeah, as you're saying that, I get the devil in the relationship. So there's the people he's in tandem with. That's a mess.
So what was your question about Trump?
Is it just money?
Oh, is it just money? Let's ask. And then we'll look at your other question on him. Is it just money?
Mercy.
I'm hearing for Trump it is. For Putin, it's about destroying democracy anywhere he can, you know?
That's yes. For Trump, yes.
Yeah, it's money. Steady money.
Right off the back, 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords. So it's like burden and loss, work and loss. And then the Hangman. So he's not only lost, but there's a trap there. And then there's the 9 of Swords. So there is some anxiety there. And then there's the Knight of Swords. So there is chaos. And then the Ace of Swords. Somebody has victory, and you can imagine who that's not. And so, yeah, it's he owes him. So there's your burden. And
it's steady money on the bottom. It's steady money, and Putin's over here waiting for his money. Trump's getting emotional because he doesn't have it. Trump's trying to say, I'm busy being the pretty little president in the White House. I'm busy. I can't get to my funds. The challenge is all the communication and everything that's flying at Trump. Here, crowning the reading is also the GOP involved in this, so he's trying to put on the face of the GOP and stuff, but it's a battle. And here he is again, the immature little emotional guy trying to be the king, and justice is sitting on him. But it's about money. Putin's waiting on his money.
The root of all evil.
So where's Trump going to live when he's out?
There is, because Russia does not have extradition. So
why would you if you were Russia, right?
So they're speculating that, he could just go to Russia and just not come back. But unless he's going to get a job in Russia, because he's still got to pay that money. So is he actually considering going to Russia like after the trial or after he's out of office. Because if he doesn't get reelected, the statute of limitations aren't up.
We were talking Golden Girls earlier on the phone. Picture this, Sicily. Picture this, Siberia. Trump golf course.
2021.
I can't wait till you get your Golden Girls deck.
Is he considering this? Because, the statute of limitations is 5 years. So I think when his 4th year is up, they have 1 year to convict. He can catch the red eye and just be out of here.
Okay, it's really funny how it's coming out in the cards on this side.
I'm going to do this. Let's see.
It's like we're asking, is Trump going to try to move to Russia?
My first card was the High Priestess.
She's my last card. What have I got on the bottom? Oh, Sword of Truth. And power. Who's in power?
It's open to him. It's like Vladimir Putin says that he can if he wanted to. Because Vladimir Putin is the one that brought it up. He said that he could just come here. And then somebody else over here remarked upon it because there's the new opportunity or that new relationship. And I was on that High Priestess. And the people he gets his money from, that would be Russia. So, yeah, I think he is considering this, yes.
But it's kind of funny in a way because I'm getting the oligarchs, not Trump. The oligarchs, their challenge is Trump because he's out in the cold from them right now. Well, they'll put him in Siberia probably. He's out in the cold from them. He hasn't paid them back. The oligarchs would be the challenge. So even if Putin wants him, I've got victory with it at the root of this. So, yeah, I do think Putin probably wants him. The challenge is the oligarchs because he hasn't paid him back. So they're looking at what work can we get out of him? Like what's he going to do for us? And then I get, the courts here and the betrayal coming out and all the investigations and the secrets coming out. I do feel like the world is open to him. Putin is open to him coming over there, but the challenge will be the oligarchs because he hasn't paid him back. And what's he going to be worth once he gets over there?
Zero.
Zero.
Some hair dye.
My Trump name, you can put it on anything you want. Okay, so Mick Mulvaney, I think it was Politico said that he will be leaving in January. It hasn't officially been announced. So let's see, is he leaving? And I want to know, he said nothing's wrong with Trump doing quid pro quo. I want to know, was that his idea to say that or who told him to say that? What's the strategy behind saying there's nothing wrong with Trump? Or was it just a spur of the moment, he couldn't think fast enough and it came out of his mouth?
So we're going to look at, is he going first?
Yeah, let's see if he's going in January, like they're saying. I'm just going to do maybe 3. Yeah, on the bottom, walking away. I was going to say I'm going to do 3 card pull, but it looks like on the bottom just told me right there.
Yeah, big change.
Yeah, White House.
There's big travel. And then there's GOP. So yeah, he's leaving the establishment.
There's a hidden reason. They're hiding that he's leaving right now. They're not. That's why it hasn't been announced publicly. There's a hidden agenda behind his leaving. I get the same thing. White House change, big change. So what was the strategy behind him saying there's nothing wrong with Trump doing quid pro quo? Maybe we should look at why he's leaving, since it looks like there's a hidden agenda behind this.
Because he's acting chief of staff.
Yeah.
So why is it okay? I think it's to clean up his mess because he made trouble. This is the acting knight, the acting chief of staff with the Knight of Cups. Then there's his messages with the Page of Wands.
Yeah.
And so there is that trapped person, the King of Swords, with the Eight of Swords. And then a foreign leader right in the middle. So he made trouble with his little snafu when he admitted Trump was doing something wrong. And I think he's in constant cleanup mode because this is the Knight of Wands is what crosses it all.
Yeah, I get that he doesn't really know. Like it wasn't something planned to say. I don't get that. I think he didn't know what he was doing. The moon card, a little lunacy set in. His challenge was, his emotions were running high. So it came out of his mouth. He didn't know what he was saying. And then he became the center of attention. And it was all about image after that and trying to make Trump look pretty again and trying to make Mick Mulvaney look pretty again. And then trying to focus on work with all these investigations going on and court cases and stuff, trying to keep his head down and work. I'm getting that he was impulsive. He was impulsive.
He created trouble.
It's like sometimes, when you're taken off guard, the truth comes out. So why is he leaving now?
What did he do before this?
I don't remember. Do you guys remember what Mick Mulvaney was doing before he was the acting chief of staff?
Because he's going back to that, I believe. He was with the Freedom Caucus.
No, that explains a lot.
He was in the budget stuff, yeah. Because there's a new opportunity here with the Empress. It's crossed by the Eight of Wands, so this is talking. So he might not be head chief or acting chief of staff. Maybe he is, because he's still in a role doing this way too much. It's something he used to do with the Six of Cups. There's the work, so it's something he used to do for a job. But again, there is illumination on the walking away with the Eight of Cups. So he is going bye-bye, but he's not, he's still in a supportive role, though, with my King of Cups. That's my supportive role card. But the Four of Pentacles saying that he's holding on for dear life, because this is really like a last-ditch effort for him to save face. I think they might be trying to get him out anyway. And so instead of just kicking him out altogether, because he did play a little cleanup for Trump, and he is a loyalist. So instead of just kicking him out altogether and then maybe risking another Scaramucci, they gave him a job doing something else. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I get, he's trying to be the man of authority, but there's too much sun shining on him now, too much illumination. He's drawing too much attention to himself. I do get that there is, he let some secrets out of the bag in the past, blabbing too much. Crowning the reading, part of communication, it feels like but still moving forward to the government. It feels like they're going to move him into some position in the government where he'll still be talking. He'll still be vocal. I think it's a little bit unclear to him even what he's going to be doing, though. It's like they're in the planning stage. They don't have the plan off the ground yet.
Made up roles like Omarosa had.
Yeah, it's like the position isn't clear, I mean, it's kind of like being an acting chief of staff. That's not really clear either. It's like they're telling him, leave, we've got a position for you, and then maybe they pull the rug out from under him and, oh, sorry, we don't have one. Okay, so don't mess with Nancy. Said on Friday. I don't know if anybody saw, I did a video with Dave Johnson last week. It's on his channel. It's not on my channel. And I said, Nancy knew this was going to come. She's not surprised by how the Republicans are acting. Well, then McConnell puts out a statement that what's Nancy afraid of? Because she won't pass along the articles of impeachment. And Nancy's response was, I'm not afraid of anything, and I'm not surprised by anything. So she's not surprised. So why is she not surprised? What's she got? What's she hiding? She got a trick up her sleeve? Because I feel like she's 2 steps ahead of Mitch McConnell. Or she's a rabbit and he's a hare, Hare in the turtle. She's outrunning him.
Thank you, Charlene. I hate beards, but I didn't feel like shaving it.
It's the holidays, lazy week, right? What's Nancy got on the bottom? Something on the White House.
I'm gonna do the full thing and see.
I am too on this one.
6 of Pentacles on the bottom, so there's some money. Let's see.
She does have a plan. That's at the root of this. She's got a plan. And guess what? The plan's off the ground already. The Republicans are buying it hook, line, and sinker. What have you got?
Well, I start with the Hermit and the 10 of Swords. So there is a line of questioning or searching that has come to an end. And what's covering it is, again, those 3 of Cups. Whoever those people are that we always seem to draw, they are the ones who brought the investigation to an end, because I guess they may have found what they were looking for. Because there's a Knight of Pentacles, so there is that money, and then there's crossed with messages with the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and then the Page of Cups. So then there's action. And then there's a person. There's a person of high emotion, but not low intellect. But I don't want to call it Trump though either. It's one of his people. I'll say it that way. I'll try to be nice. The fear is the money, but I don't feel fear from that because it's money opportunity. And the hope is the Emperor. So she was looking for some financial information. I said this a long time ago, because, I've been one of the ones to criticize her forever and say, why are you taking so long? Well, she was waiting for him to make a mistake is what I said too. And she's doing that right now.
She's giving him time to make the mistake.
Then there is Justice. That is coupled with the Medicine Woman, which is the High Priestess. So there is some sort of either court ruling, indictment, whatever that would come out of the courts that we don't know. That's getting ready to come up because that's in the environment. So this is what's going on right now. The word of warning is the 2 of Pentacles. Beware of the imbalance because they will fight back. And the 10 of Water is in the hope. So the Democrats are with you. maybe all except one or all except three, but the majority is with you. And then the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups is my outcome cards. And I don't know who they are, but I think we'll find out, though.
Yeah, the King of Cups for me a lot of times shows up for Adam Schiff.
Yes, because he is a water sign,
and he's a support to her. You know, he's a big support. Like maybe his committee has something. I get, I had, there's a plan involving, she's got something on the White House on the bottom. This is planned. The plan is already off the ground. So I feel like it's not just about Trump. She wants the Republicans to look as stupid, for colluding with him.
Because she can get the Senate back if she can drag all the rest of them with her.
She's actually charging in. She's actually, fighting. But, her challenge is to slow walk it. It's a transition period. So she wants to get, I feel also people on the other side. This is my working across the aisle card. She wants to get Republicans on the other side, the non-corrupt ones, to also be on the same page as what I'm getting. So I feel like she's got something that burdens Trump and the Republicans too, involving money, steady money that kept coming in, cooperation and the lovers who they had agreement with. So she's, and temperance also is about patience. Like, just be patient. The plan's unfolding. I feel like she's in charge. She's in charge. She's got a plan and she's sticking to it.
Yeah.
So let's look at the I'm present vote. Tulsi Gabbard.
So, okay.
Hey, Johnny, I'm present.
Oh, mercy.
We have several things we want to look at with Tulsi, guys. We were talking through this earlier.
So Tulsi Gabbard says,
thanks, CJ. I have that one written down. Sorry.
She is standing in the center with her present vote. I could not in good conscience vote against impeachment because I believe President Trump is guilty of wrongdoing. Call a thing is what I say. What did he do wrong? And then if you can answer what he did wrong, then why don't you vote for impeachment? If he did something wrong, then he did something wrong, period. But anyway, I also could not vote in good conscience for impeachment because removal of a sitting president must not be a culmination of a partisan process fueled by tribal animosities that have so gravely divided our country. So she's saying the Democrats did it wrong, and Donald Trump he did something. He did a wrongdoing. He did a wrong. I'm gonna go rob a bank and say I'm not guilty because I just did a wrongdoing. And she says she couldn't vote yes because the Democrats were too partisan.
Yeah, she also thinks that the Democrats fixed the election. Anybody who hasn't read up on Tulsi Gabbard, please get that. Mother Jones and some other places have some great articles on her. She is one piece of work. She has a lot of donations that come from the alt-right. She's an isolationist, and yet she served in our military and went overseas and served, but she's like, she doesn't believe in sending our troops overseas, and yet she served in the. We got lots of questions on Tulsi. So why did she vote present? She's also pro-Assad in Syria. She doesn't believe he has done any atrocities, all the poisoning of his people in his own country. She doesn't believe he's done any of that.
And I say this also, if there are people in the chat who like Tulsi Gabbard, don't jump and attack them because they like Tulsi Gabbard. They are allowed to like Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
Because y'all jumped down Dr. Victoria Scarbo from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center up there in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
y'all jumped down her throat just because she liked Tulsi Gabbard. Don't do that. She's allowed to like her. Anybody in here is allowed to like Tulsi Gabbard. Just like I'm allowed not to. I don't really care either way, but
there are people who like Trump. They're allowed to. I don't understand them, but they're allowed to.
I don't know about that one. Why do you vote president? Well, just in case. Just in case. People are allowed. Why did you vote president? And she's the only one. The other two Democrats that are deflecting, they voted no. She voted president. She's a free thinker. How about that? She's a free thinker, so she's allowed to think freely, I suppose.
I've got victory on the bottom, so she feels victorious about it. Like, I could vote president, they could still get their impeachment, whatever. I'm still a winner. That's kind of interesting. She wins either way. That's what she's feeling.
That would mean an attention grab.
It's kind of interesting. She's showing up here for me as the King of Pentacles.
Every time I get that card with her, it just feels like it feels like a Buttigieg situation where somebody owns her.
Yeah, it's like an oligarch kind of feel. It's like it's a business decision for her. It was about money and a business decision, because she gets a lot of money from the alt-right people. Her challenge, again, this is my GOP card, but let's not forget it's the base of the Republicans too. The 2.5 kids, the happy family. Her challenge is the base, appealing to the base. It was a business decision. I feel like she did discuss it with others, worked with others on it, and then to protect herself, she just held on and said, present.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because I get the spy card for her here in the near future. So whether there's something false about her is what I'm getting. There's something false about her. It was a strong message that she was sending. And guess who I think she was sending it to? Putin.
Because anybody who gets a endorsement from David Duke and Vladimir Putin, come on.
Yeah, because she's gotten an endorsement from Putin. She's sending a message to Putin.
So I get the Hierophant as the first card, crossed with the Three of Cups. This was a win. Okay, so here's what I think is happening. This is not what I see. This is just what I think. I think that she is not necessarily on the side of Democrats. I'm gonna walk the eggshell here. She's not necessarily on the side of the left, but she knows you cannot win as a person in the middle. So she has to call herself left. She's not going to call herself Republican because she can't run against Donald Trump. So she has to be on the left. But like I said, she can't run as a third party because third parties don't win. Okay. So she can go and play around in the government and still get a win because on the right, she didn't vote for impeachment. On the left, she didn't vote against it. And so she just voted president. But this is her and somebody else that has something to do with money. There's a 10 of Pentacles, so this is an arrangement of some sort. She is there for a reason. She's not just there because she needed to fill the field. They already have 1,400 people running for president. They didn't need another one. She is there for a reason. I don't know who money this is, but it runs through her hands at some point. Here is the media, here is the world. And then there's the confusion with the 7 of Cups. So she is meant to sow a little discord, to sow a little confusion. This is the whole fear of a third party candidate. Like The first one to run was the Starbucks guy. And then everybody jumped down his neck saying, what you're going to do is pull more votes from the Democrat, and then Trump's going to win by default. So when you get the media, then you get searching with the hermit. Now, the fear is the money. Now, and the outcome is the Eight of Swords. She is trapped and bound. This is not I was trying to be nice and say free thinker, but this is not what this, she is programmed by somebody. I don't know who it is, but you ain't got to take my word for it. Like I say, I didn't make it up, look it up. Figure out what that card means. Now, interestingly enough, at the bottom of this one, it's called interference. And so I think that's all she really is there for.
Yeah, she's false. She's false. She's interference. So let's ask this. Why is she a Democrat? Because most of her ideas do align to the right. Why is she a Democrat? Why didn't she join the Republican Party?
Now, is Hawaii considered a blue state?
I think it is. I don't remember. They always cut it off the map when they're showing the red and blue. I think it is. Because I think, it leans very much like California.
It is? Okay, they're saying yes in the chat. It's a blue state. You're from Hawaii? Oh, good. Okay. Because she couldn't win as a Republican in Hawaii if it's a blue state. Which is why they need to try to get states' rights to American Samoa and Puerto Rico. Those are also blue places. These are not states, but
Puerto Rico should be allowed to vote.
I wonder if they get rid of the Electoral College, because they can vote in Puerto Rico. It's just that their electorate doesn't get a vote. And so I wonder if they get rid of the Electoral College and we get rid of the electorate, if their vote would then count.
That would be interesting.
Why are you a Democrat?
I think what you were saying earlier is very apropos of what the cards are showing now. That she couldn't get the votes in Hawaii otherwise.
That makes sense sometimes.
You're very profound, Johnny.
So my first card is the Queen of Wands. So this would be her. Woman of action. She is a woman of action. Can't take that from her. But there is sort of pie in the sky with the Nine of Cups. This is like fantasy thinking, but this is also envision. There is strife with the Five of Wands. There is some sort of quarrel. This is politics as well. So the Page of Wands in this in particular context, what I think it's more about, because this is Knight of Cups, but in this deck, the Knights are kings. And I think it is an image thing, because her father was a congressman before her, but he was also very right-leaning, but I think he ran as a Democrat. I forget. I read her page and all that stuff. Crossing it all is the Knight of Pentacle. So this is that money, that workhorse. I think that she is she's trying to change the image, because there was an apology that either her or her father issued to the LGBTQ plus community, is what it said on the page, because they ran this, and I still do run this nonprofit organization teaching parents how to raise their kids and basically teaching them how to be straight people. And so they made some enemies in that in particular front. And then, of course, at the Obama years, the LGBT thing sort of grew in strength. And so I think they're just trying to save image. And I think that is the only reason that she's in a blue state running as a Democrat. Yeah,
she's got her background, like she's married to a Hindu man. She actually is affiliated with Chris Butler's group as an offshoot of the Hare Krishnas. It's a little bit cultish when you read on it. Like there's some like complaints on them and everything, but she still looks at him as her guru. So she's got like kind of weird thought things. And I find it interesting because she's showing up here for me as the bully, the dishonorable one card. In the past, I'm getting the Queen of Wands like you did, like a little more creative, a little more open. Her challenge is that sense of nostalgia, and wanting things to be the way it used to be, which is what the Republicans always like. At the root of this, though, it's kind of like an immature emotion, sending a message, but it's like kind of a weak message. I do get crowning the reading. She was afraid she would lose in Hawaii if she didn't do it. Now, here's what's interesting, though. I'm getting she's going to change. Because of her alliances with the White House and with those in the Republican Party, and her shifting her balance more to the Republicans. I'm getting she's actually going to flip later. So maybe when she's not elected president, she'll change over to the Republican Party.
I think they would love her. She's a veteran. They love the whole veteran thing. And then on top of that, she doesn't agree with pretty much anything Democrats say.
Here's the interesting thing. She's a veteran, and she's still in the Army National Guard as a captain. Why did she serve in the Army when she's an isolationist? She doesn't want us sending military into other countries, to try to help with things and situations. She's a nationalist. She wants America to be America and not mess around anybody else, and she doesn't really seem to care if anybody else messes with us. Why does she serve in the Army?
She likes power. I kind of, back in the day, it always struck me as odd, the type of person who, one, wanted to join the military and walk around with a giant gun, or two, wanted to be a police officer and walk around the streets, basically telling everybody what to do. And I get, it's a whole pride thing, so I let go of that thinking. But in her case, the first card I get is Chariot. So this is a person who works really hard moving forward. Then there's the Hierophant. This is someone who is traditional, someone who does not really waver in their belief system. And then I get the Wheel of Fortune and Strength. And so this is a power thing to me, because remember, I got her as the Queen of Wands. Now it's the King of Wands. And so I think she likes strength and power.
I think you're right, because she's got a different perspective on things. Her challenge would be to do, an easy transition into something else. That's her challenge. But at the root of this, she enjoys it. The Sun, she enjoys it. And crowning the reading, Justice. She feels like might is right, is what I'm feeling, and strength here in the future. But then, how I always lay 3 extra cards after I get my final outcome. I got the same 3 cards, something big changing, because of her alliance with the White House. Because, let's not forget the Republicans are the one that told us all this stuff was going on in Iraq. We had to go fight in Iraq. And now all the stuff's coming out that, oh, no, they didn't have weapons of mass destruction. We knew that all along. We just wanted to go in Iraq and get rid of Saddam Hussein. The war machine.
Weapon of mass destruction is misinformation.
Yeah. Feed that war machine. Okay, so I got a question. Now I sound like Soul Print. We've got Lev Parnas, Gab Gab Gab. We've heard so much about him and Rudy and everything. Igor Fruman, so quiet. Why is he so quiet? Why is he not talking? Why is he not flipping? Is he afraid? Igor Fruman.
Or is he talking and he's talking to the right people who aren't talking to the newspapers?
Right, talking behind closed doors. What's up with Igor Fruman? He has a little ankle bracelet on. Yeah, we didn't hear if he got $1 million from a Russian oligarch. We just heard about Lev.
Let's see.
Every time I hear his name, I think of the movie Young Frankenstein. Igor.
I try not to.
How the lump on his back keeps shifting from side to side.
I ain't gonna say that now.
That's one of my favorite movies. I love that. Looker.
There is 4 of Pentacles, my first card. So he's holding on for dear life. He needs the right motivation. There is the 7 of Wands. So here's his defense right off the back. So he is standing guard with this information. He is holding it very close to the chest. There is an offer being made. Someone brings it to him with the Knight of Pentacles. And it changes literally everything. There is the Death card. So there is a huge, huge change coming there. There is the Illumination. And then there is either the Republicans or some sort of organization, maybe oligarch, whoever it is. He is going to shine some light eventually. He just needs the right motivation. He might be already talking. Because, death is major. This ain't little change. This is major change. So we're talking, this could be happening now.
I got that in the future too. So my first card I'm not getting, but his challenge is to have a circle of support. So you're right. Like he needs some motivation. He needs the support to talk. But he's showing up as the Queen of Wands. To me, she's like the open, honest, good strategist, creative, good at making plans.
She's self-aware too.
Self-aware. That's interesting. Okay, because he's done the work in the past, and he was in on all the plans, and here in the future, the steady money that's coming out that was flowing back and forth. So crowning the reading, I do get he's going to charge in and kind of surprise everybody. I get there's some really surprising things he's going to bring out about and big changes, and it's going to be about the gifts of money and the steady flow of money.
And with the
money news
sort of patriarchal system of the tarot, where you got king is like at the top and then queen is below that.
Step down.
He could be a supportive action since the wands are about action. So he could have some supportive info that he could be passing on instead of being the person in charge, because he is in jail. So he's not really running the show. But what they need is coming from him.
It's interesting because I get like he's going to give up money news. I pulled a few more cards. He's got a change of perspectives about things. Mm-hmm. And guess who shows up? The King of Wands that he would have reported to. So he's going to like flip on whoever his boss was.
Yeah, just got strategy. He's got messages about money. So yeah. That's everybody's got a message about money.
Well, they all got their dirty hands in their pockets
Like
and everybody else's pockets.
Tower and Trump and Nancy Pelosi on the bottom.
Enough said. Okay, I'm not sure what I want to read on this, but Trump did his rally in Michigan, and he was telling his audience who probably were busting there. He said, "We're getting impeached. We're like us collectively, we're getting impeached." But then he started talking about the toilets again, and he said, "You people, not me, you people have to flush like 10 times." He couldn't own that he has to flush 10 times. So what's the message he's trying to send to his base, I guess? What's the message? We know he can't own anything. He's got to blame everybody else, but we're getting impeached, trying to make them buy into we're all like.
Because there is a woman they did an interview with who says she's threatening violence if Donald Trump gets impeached. And everybody is asking, well, are they going to do this? Listen, if you go outside and assault anybody for any reason, you go into jail. This is still America. They still go to jail for things like that. So if they really want to ruin their whole life from Donald Trump, which people do, then let them. They're not going to start a civil war, though. It takes a whole lot of people to do that, and they don't have that kind of power right now.
Cappy's mom just typed, "Don't flush your Depends down the toilet. It takes 10 to 15 flushes."
Oh, well done, devil. We was waiting on you. There you are.
Yeah, we haven't had any shots tonight. Where's he been?
He's here. So, okay, philosophy time. There is the eternity symbol in the tarot is about unbounded energy. So there's limitless possibilities. And the Two of Pentacles shows you that there is chaos in the background and you are trying your damnedest to make sure that you keep these pentacles in the air. Because you can't drop them because everything messes up if you do. That's crossed by the devil.
And mind you, most people juggle with 3 things, not just 2.
Yes.
He's got short attention span.
Literally passing from one hand to the other. That's not what juggling is.
Yeah.
So we have facade. And then there's the devil. So this is meant to, like, I don't want to insult the base, but since they're not really here, this is meant to keep the sheep. If you start to think on your own, then you may leave Donald Trump and realize that I don't really need to stay here because you're using me. These people are trying to keep this up in the air, and he has to keep them in line so they go and vote for him, keep them, like I just said, misinformation, weapon of mass destruction. King of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. He cannot be thrown out by the base. He doesn't like these people. They're not his kind of, he's not a blue jeans kind of guy.
Yeah. You people have to flush 10, 15 times.
Page of Swords and King of Cups. He needs that support. And so his poll numbers are down, but he has to keep that wool over their eye.
Yes. He's appealing to the base, the GOP base. His challenge is to keep working. He wants to stay in the office so he doesn't get indicted. In the past, the fool, the beginning the journey, but I feel like he also thinks like he's the Pied Piper and they'll just follow him along.
Yeah, right off the cliff.
Yeah, and the appealing to immature emotions, trying to, as he sees them, immature emotions. So he puts things in simple terms like you guys have to flush the toilet 10, 15 times. His language is just of a 5-year-old. It's manipulation. It's mind control. And it's the same thing, judgment here in the future. It's the same thing he's done in the past. He's going to keep doing it that way. But then I get, have some patience, because he might be, trapped because of money laundering. So in the future. So that might change a little bit of that mind control thing.
That's a mess.
There's some people who like to be told what to think and what to do.
Yeah.
And there's other people that want to think for themselves. And it's a little bit of that, you keep bombarding them drip, drip, drip with the same propaganda over and over. They start to believe the lies. And at some point, they don't even care if it's a lie.
And they live in that echo chamber of Fox News. They can't get out of it.
So Christianity Today denounced Trump as immoral. Mark Galley, loyalty to the creator of the 10 Commandments, and accused Trump, of breaking his oath of office and the Constitution. I'm like, denounce Trump as immoral. Okay, so Stormy Daniels didn't do it for you. Grabbing him by the what didn't do it for you. Bankrupting people, ripping them off. Trump University, having to shut it down because you got fined $25 million for ripping people off. On and on and on. I mean, the list is too long. Y'all know the list. That didn't do it for you, Christianity Today. But this did, and you want him impeached. What are they doing? What's the motive? It was founded by Billy Graham, but then you've got Billy Graham's son that said he didn't agree with what they were saying. What's Christianity Today? They got to get religion out of politics.
Yes.
Is it just their way of making sure religion stays in politics, being controversial?
I wrote down, I'm going to do a reading one day on, the Pope said that we have to get rid of the rigidity and I can't say that word, the rigidness, I'm going to say it that way, in religion, because we're losing too many people. So many people are going to agnostic, atheist, or just spiritual. And so they need more people to come into the church because, it's a business. And so if you're losing your customer base, you need to make some changes. And so he said they need to lose that rigidness in religion. I wonder if it'll ever happen. But what I get for Christianity Today, now mind you, the editor, did you say he was on his way out?
Yeah, he's retiring or something. So he the editor in chief, he had to get permission from his boss to do it. They were all in agreement, but he wrote it and he's leaving. He's retiring or whatever.
Now, I can't stand when they get brave on the way out the door.
Yeah. Like, where were you when he was, with Stormy Daniels and the other woman, whatever her name was, cheating on his wife, adultery? Isn't that immoral in a Christian?
Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. So the first card is Nine of Swords. It's something heavy on the mind, something heavy on the heart. Three of Swords. So here's my thing. If it's heavy on the mind, heavy on the heart, why didn't you say something then? Because this is nostalgia and then this is burden. So this has always been a problem, but what are you going to do with it?
We're getting the same cards.
And then there's imbalance with the Two of Pentacles and then the Nine of Water or the Nine of Cups. So there is, on the way out the door, you decide to speak your mind. Now, this is not the overall attitude of everything or everyone. This is pretty much his, and he decided to give the middle finger on the way out the door.
Yeah, I get the, money at the root of this. I've got the thief crowning the reading, looking at Trump as a thief or sneaky, and the dishonor here in the past. So they're looking to the future and they're trying to set a moral authority. they're trying to bring back this moral authority, get to higher ground, but they're going to cause all kinds of chaos for their subscribers. It's like victory and stuck at the same time. They're going to cause all kinds of chaos to their subscribers. So, will it affect Trump's base at all that Christianity Today came out and did this? Because I got to tell you, like, I've got Trump supporters in my family, and every bathroom you go in of the Trump supporters, they got a Christianity Today sitting there right next to the toilet. Reading material.
I've never heard of it until today.
You can have some reading material. So will it affect his base? Are they taking notice?
I don't think so. I mean, it'll cause some of them a little. This 7 of Cups, it'll cause some of them a little pause for thought. Mm-hmm. But I get the Chariot, and then I get the Tower. It's like some of them will keep going, and then some of them will stop. So I think I don't think it's a 50-50. It's probably like a 99-1, but there's at least 1 or 2 people who will pay attention.
Yeah, I get that there are a few that are heartbroken. That they're looking at things differently, having a little different perspective, and trying to determine their own moral code is what I'm getting. So that I do get that there are some that it will change, but for those who want a celebrity billionaire as president, it doesn't change them. They retreat from it. They don't care. They're like, kill the article, whatever. They still have hope. So yeah, I get that there will be some that it does move a little bit.
Yes.
So let's look at Franklin Graham.
I swear.
On this subject,
I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, and that's why I don't understand. It's like brainwashing is something else.
I love how Franklin Graham talks for Billy Graham all the time. His father. It's like, what are you, a medium? He's always saying, my dad would say that, and I'm like, really?
They can't be mediums.
You can't speak for anyone else. Only,
I swear.
Only I can speak for me, or me for I.
Why does he support Donald Trump? And just why does he support Donald Trump? Because evangelicals, or evil angels, as Gonga says, the evangelicals. Why does these leaders, is it just money? Is it fame and fortune? What is it? Because as a whole, everything about him, it's abhorrent. It's like, he lies, he cheats, he steals, fornicates. He's broken every commandment. If you can put 11 and 12 up there, he probably broke those too.
He's the best example of a sinner you need to get into church fast.
He went to church in his golf clothes and only stayed to hear his name and then left. It's like, so I don't understand why they support him still. Why does Franklin Graham, son of Billy Graham, support him? Because it can't just be because he's president. Then again, I don't know. I went to a Southern Baptist church where they loved George Bush. I mean, loved. Why support? I get money everywhere.
Do you?
I did. I get 9 of Pentacles. That's secure money. And then I get the, this is the Knight, called Apprentice of Pentacles. So that's more money. Then I get the Star and the Moon. So this is attractions. But this is not just attractions. This is attractions from the sun. So you can see this because of sunlight. You can see this because of sunlight. So this is stuff that the spotlight shines on, but not your spotlight. It's somebody else's, and you can just stand in the limelight next to them. And then there's messages in the Chariot. So he's good for business. I think it's money.
I'm getting something else in addition to that. Either Frank Graham drinks a lot, because this is my card for alcoholics, or he's looking for cooperation. He's looking for that ebb and flow integration. His challenge is the White House. So does he like Trump? I don't think so. His challenge is the White House. What he wants, I'm getting, is to be the inside man in the legal system and in the government, in the place of authority. So he doesn't want separation of church and state. He wants to be in the government. So it's sort of a sneaky strategy to try to get alliances within our government. There are donors, it is about money, but it's also about putting a lid on the emotions, and trying to get inside. And he's fighting to get inside alliances. He's trying to disrupt the government and move it forward to his agenda more. Well, guess what? Putin's trying to do the same thing.
Yes.
Wow, that was kind of interesting. I expected to see a lot of money cards, and I didn't see the money cards. That was interesting.
Good on religion.
So what religion is Trump?
I had that written down too. To see. Yeah,
that was your question.
Somebody said in the comments his religion is money. Because he says nobody knows more about the Bible than him. So let me cross it out, because I had
nobody knows, but yet I doubt seriously if he could even quote a Bible verse as short as.
He probably can't spell Bible.
Yeah, the shortest verse of the Bible, Jesus wept. He probably.
You don't know that one either. At least know St. John 3:16. They teach that to everybody. What is his religion?
I'm not even sure he knows how to say amen. Autographing Bibles in Alabama, remember that? It was just a year ago. I did a reading on that.
Well, they do believe he's in there. He's the modern day Cyrus. I need to do a reading on that too. Is he Cyrus or is he Jim Jones? Ain't that the man who made everybody drink the poison Kool-Aid?
Yep.
Yeah. Which one is he? Is he Cyrus? Because King Cyrus was the person who saved the Jews accidentally. Like he was going to do something else and then save them at the same time. Well, he was going to do something else and inadvertently save them at the same time. So Donald Trump came in to drain the swamp and inadvertently made America great again. So he is the new Cyrus for our King Cyrus for our day and age. That's what they say in the church. And so he's either Cyrus or he's Kool-Aid Man. And
he's money man.
What is his religion?
His religion is money. Oh God. Oh my God, that's awful.
Well done, devil.
The devil in greed.
Oh.
Oh man. And yet the devil has only shown up one other time tonight.
Okay, I didn't. Y'all know how I pick my cards. I swear I didn't just pull that out of there.
What's his religion? Steady money.
Oh, mercy alive, heavens above.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even need the rest of the cards. What is... There's a Knight of Swords, so there's chaos, and then it was crossing this. And then there is the Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit. So searching for, this is interesting though. This is not the King of Pentacles, as in a person who controls their own money. This is supportive money. So this is in search of someone else's money. So if I had to put a word on it, I'd say theft. Because then you have the Moon. And then the Nine of Wands, working hard for something in the dark. So yeah, what's his religion? Thievery. Taking what he can and then selling the rest.
Unless that working hard on something in the dark was working on Stormy Daniels.
I don't think he's working that hard.
Well, speaking of work, I get, what's his religion? Working on money. His challenge is to not accept anything emotional. And I say that because at the root of this is money and how he balances it up above. And so balancing between money and joy, what brings him joy, what he gets fun off of. So whether it's Stormy Daniels or golfing, what brings him joy and money, that's his religion, and the balance between the two, and him being the one in charge.
Lord have mercy.
I didn't draw the devil.
The first darn card.
Oh my God.
His religion. What's his religion? I'm going to do that one more time with a whole different day.
All right.
Religion. Same thing. I swear to God. I swear. I swear. I swear.
We heard him shuffle, guys.
I swear. And then I get that too. So stealing, backstabbing. Okay.
That's interesting religion.
Lord have mercy.
So while we're on Trump, will he deliver the State of the Union? February 4th, he accepted Nancy's invitation. Will he be there to deliver it? Will he deliver it?
As they say, just put a dictionary in a blender and turn it on. That's
United States of America.
Covfefe for everyone.
We'll be saying, "Dog bless America."
Oh
my God.
Narcissism is something else, ain't it?
Phew. That's what that devil's about. Playing on your narcissism.
I know t-shirts is just hard to make, y'all. I just can't.
I got he's planning on it right now. He's got somebody writing a speech.
He is somebody else.
He's got somebody else working on it. He's making plans.
Will he deliver the speech? Okay. Well, I need some more cards on this.
I don't, but I'm going to pull a few more just because it got interesting. You know who showed up.
Oh, mercy. Well done. Will he deliver the speech?
And Becca from House of Lenormand, this question is because of watching your live stream the other night, because you were getting that timing of when he might leave could be as early as February, March, or definitely before August. So I wanted to see if he would be around to deliver the speech.
You go. I got 2 spreads.
Yeah. I have a sort of side message that if he does, this is card of communication and the devil. If he, devil for me is about addictions. If he does, it's going to be a speech laden with Adderall.
Yeah, it's not going to be right. Yeah.
United States of America. Oranges instead of origins, all that. It will be laden. But what I'm getting is America will be blocked from seeing him because of betrayal, justice and court systems, moneyed news to the point that they're working across the aisle. Like even the Republicans turn on him.
So I get it. The King of Wands is my first card that's crossed with the 10 of Pentacles. So that's GOP. But I get there is an indecision. There is something going on, and then it clears up, whatever it is, because then I get the ace above it. Something is with the 2 of Swords is just it's hit a wall. There's a giant change though with the death, and this is a yes. So I think he will, but because here's media with the World, and then I get Wheel of Fortune. So I'm thinking it won't be. Nancy invited him to give the State of the Union. I think that might be a mistake because I think he goes in there and it's just a crap show. There's something that it's not going to go like it should. She's not going to be doing one of these this time. It's going to be something different because he's technically impeached. Well, he's not impeached yet until she delivers it, but they voted to impeach him. So this is not going to be some let's go play nice in the House of Representatives together. So it's going to be special. It's going to make a headline. I'll tell you that.
Well, it could be that that America could be like trying to divide America too, because the Queen of Wands for me shows up for America, like trying to divide America more. Yeah. But that Justice card, court stuff going on, money news coming out, and some people coming together. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like he might not. If when I saw this, I thought, well, he might speak, and it's just going to be all slurred up.
I think just right after that, something hits the fan. Is what I keep, because I get the Wheel of Fortune was my last card. I pull some more cards. I get Justice. I get 8 of Cups walking away, and then I get 5 of Pentacles being pushed out, and then I get the Moon card, and then I get the Hierophant, and it's like I get all this.
Let's ask it this way. Will the State of the Union address be his farewell speech? Because it was a little weird, because I was like, well, if he talks, he's going to be like all doped up on Adderall, and his words are going to be all crazy again.
Will it be his last State of the Union?
His farewell address. stuck, trapped.
Hmm. Hmm.
I kind of think it will be, because I've got Emperor Trump, his challenges, everything changes because secrets in the past and money at the the family money at the root of this, and crowning the reading, he's out in the cold, and justice. Justice and anxiety.
Like, I'm getting the feeling that this is not, because there's some working together with the temperance, and you get the Democrats, and then you get something on the other side. I should have got Trump or the GOP. There's something of mystery on the other side. It's not clear, but again, I get the Wheel of Fortune. So I will say yes, but I don't know what the moon is. Well, let me clarify. What is the moon? The moon is the sun. That does not help. 9 of Wands, something they've worked hard at. Yeah, I think there might be a Michael Pence situation.
Everybody's got free will, so it can affect timing and stuff, but that's why I keep trying to find different ways to ask the same questions. Okay, I love, well, we're on Trump. Will he be reelected?
Yes, there are so many people who said he's going to be reelected. And mind you, these are not pro-Trump people. These are anti-Trump people that also say he is going to get another term, but he's not going to finish that term. And so let's see.
So will he be like Nixon, get reelected and then ousted, or?
Yes, this is your question. Yes, it actually was. I wrote it down. So will he be reelected? Not today, Satan. Let's see.
So those dang 3 of Cups again. Those 3 muses.
It is not up to him. It is up to meddling, is what I think. But I get a no. I guess we'll see, but I get a no. There is some very quick action here with the 8 of Wands, crossed by the 6 of Swords. Someone has to move on to something different, maybe something better. Moscow's nice that time of year. And there is the campaigns, 3 of Pentacles, and then the trying to balance and juggle. Here's where it gets tricky. There is the person who's at the center and the foreign leader. So this is going to be a money thing. So if they can do what they did the last time, then it's still up for grabs. But right now things are at a standstill. We're sort of powerless. 9 of Swords. This is the anxiety on everybody's mind. But here is the 4 of Swords. This is a retreat, relaxation, recharge, but this is not re-election, because I should get some sort of victory card or the Sun or the 6 of Wands or something. No, you have to sit this one out. So I get a no.
Yep. At the bottom, when I looked at this, I have the work card, the hardworking person. And I heard your work speaks for yourself. So I grew up hearing that, like, what you do, your work speaks for you. Your work speaks for itself. And here he is trying to be the celebrity in the center of attention. His challenge is to have a circle of support and to have a celebration. That's his challenge. At the root of this, there are new plans. Here he is, smug Trump, like I've done it before, I can do it again. Crowning the reading. He's got the Republicans supporting him. But I feel like he's about to get bullied back. Where Trump has always been the bully, I feel like he's about to hit the bully. And I get the tower card, and moving on. Big changes. He might go to a foreign leader. Might check out Siberia after all.
Becca says, not today, saying bye-bye, be best.
Okay.
So
while we're talking be best, Melania. She's stealing from Trump.
So this came from the House of Lenormands. If y'all have not subscribed to the House of Lenormands, do that right now.
From Becca's and Yoda's live stream.
And she's putting away a little money. Melania. So, is she stealing money from Trump?
My follow-up question to that is going to be, what's she going to do after he's out of office? Is she stealing money from him? Ooh, backstabbing right on the bottom. That's a yes.
Is she stealing money? Where is this? Strength. Strength card is first. Chariot is second. So there is something, I think, with the strength and the chariot. See, the chariot is like a lot of effort being put into something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's easy for her to do, though, because she is in a position of strength. This is the Knight of Pentacle, which is the money, and then the Five of Wands. So this is the bickering. So at one point, I think she may have probably been caught doing it or something. There's justice, so balance, and then illumination. But I also get this as a yes card. So we got the justice. There's the lovers and the fear. So, I mean, he's goofy. He's, I don't want to say stupid because it's mean, but he knows where his money is. And so, integration. What is this? This is temperance. That's in the hopes. So, hold on one hand to the other.
Shifting.
But Three of Swords is my outcome card. So, yeah, stabbed in the heart. But I don't know if she is continuing to do that. I know she has done that before, and she'll probably do it again. Especially the more distracted he becomes. So I'm going to go with the yes.
Yeah, I'm getting that it's kind of erratic, like she hasn't done it all the time, but she sees, the challenges, she sees their fortunes changing. She sees it dwindling is what I'm feeling. And she's getting very anxious, about Trump's situation. And then, the chariot, like trying to move forward. trying to find balance here in the future. And somebody may actually find some of this money, though. Somebody may like ask the right questions and shine a light on it. Some investigation or some bank report might show like where some of the money went. But I get she did it for her own financial security, and she did it in secret.
Mm-hmm.
She has this is hidden things at night. She's hiding something. So what's Melania doing after he's out of office? We got 1,000 people in here. I haven't checked.
1,003, somebody said. Uh-oh. I think she deleted herself. Is this mine now? No. Let's see how I can do this. Can she come back in her own? She deleted herself. Clicked the wrong thing, probably. Or no. And this is all her channel, so I can't manipulate anything.
Sorry, my internet glitched out for a second. I'm glad it kept you in there. I wasn't sure what would happen. Hello, I'm back. What was I talking about? Melania,
what is Melania going to do after?
Yeah, so what do you get? I won't read. I won't spread on that. What are you getting Melania's going to do after?
So her and Donald are going to have a come to Jesus moment, because there is a lot of confusion around the King of Swords. So the 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles means that she has this money stashed away. And there is something from the past, or someone from the past, that is coming back up. The 8 of Swords is trapped. There is the Devil, well done, and then Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. So she is not a stand by your man type person. She's not necessarily going to try to file for divorce in public, but that is a public record, so somebody will get it, TMZ or somebody like that. But she is planning to move on with the rest of her life, because not that he's going to jail, but he's not going to be pleasant to be around. And so she is going to try to move forward with the rest of her life. Which I don't really care, because she's a birther, and so she deserves him. She's a candle sapien. She's a fake piece.
Yeah, she's an opportunist.
Yes.
So Rudy Giuliani flies over to Ukraine on a public plane and flies back on an oligarch's plane. Nothing like trying to look innocent, is there? A Russian oligarch.
At least try. At least. Make it look like they're not breaking every rule that has ever been invented. Just get on the oligarch's plane. I mean, why not? You might as well get Putin tattooed right here across your face.
Stooge.
Like, come on.
What?
Let's see.
What's he doing over there with all these oligarchs?
Being stupid.
Oh my God! Did you see John Lithgow on Stephen Colbert doing Rudy Giuliani on Thursday night?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he was classic, full makeup, like did an awesome job.
Well, Now, who was that? Lindsey Graham said that don't come over here and start throwing accusations. You need to come with some evidence because accusations are just going to divide people. So he wants Rudy Giuliani to come with the evidence that Joe Biden, who is not president, and Hunter Biden, who is not president and not running for president, did something wrong. That way we can use against Joe Biden like they think that's the only person they have to fight against. Five of Swords. There's doing something dishonorable. That's what he was doing. Eight of Cups. He left one thing to do another. So he did leave something behind, but it was not his mission. He went over there to do one thing, and then he found himself doing another. There's the King of Cups, and then the Three of Wands. So he's doing someone's bidding, of course. And then there is a perspective and a juggling. So right now, we're in the position of pause because they're about to go to recess and so forth, and swing on the swings and do what they do when they're on recess. And so they are waiting until everything is reconvened, and then he'll come out with his brand new scoop, whatever that is.
Four Swords. I get he's he's trying to block, he's trying to deflect, because his challenge is Nancy Pelosi. That's my Nancy Pelosi card, because fortunes change, everybody's asking questions, shining a light through all the hearings that have been going on. So he's concerned about continuing his lifestyle of luxury and feeling secure in that. But it's kind of interesting because, like, while he is waiting, I get that he's also waiting on Putin, because he is the inside man, but he's also the immature man. he's so emotional he can't keep his mouth shut, and he is juggling in the future, like, because he can't keep his mouth shut, he's going to be juggling something. So he's gonna say something and have to try to spin it 100 different ways.
Because he is not the person you give a microphone to.
So what's Rudy getting for Christmas?
Easy bake oven. That's going to be an interesting jam.
Oh my goodness. It's getting something beat over the head. The Fred Flintstone card. Oh, he's working hard over Christmas. Ooh, he's working hard over Christmas, and Russian money, and I feel like this is Ivanka here, and maybe he's shifting some things around. Is he shifting some money for her?
Yep.
Strengthen the tower. Give some money.
Yeah, I got strength too.
Give some money. It looks like he's doing it for Ivanka.
There is a woman. I get a Queen of Wands, but there is some communication. He's still going through a divorce, I guess, but he might be hiding money so that he doesn't have to pay so much out.
Yeah, he may be hiding money from his wife. That's true.
And then that Ace of Cups. And then there's something dishonorable, but there's something dishonorable involved in the world. So there is something. He may have an overseas thing, maybe an overseas account, but he's got some money hidden.
There is something getting ready to break with him, though. So I don't know. Maybe it goes back to the Igor reading we were doing. There's something getting ready to break about money, though. And I feel like it causes a change in the government and with the Republicans. Big change.
It's whoever because that's the supportive money with the Queen of Pentacles, and then I got strength with that. So yeah, he's got some somebody who he either owes money to or owes money to him, or he has money information that it would not be beneficial if the rest of the world had.
Okay, so Saturday morning. Okay, Friday night, Trump, he signed off on the budget. He wrote Nancy back, said, yes, I'll appear February 4th for the State of the Union. He and Melania get on a plane and go to Mar-a-Lago for Christmas. Saturday morning, December 21st, he didn't tweet anything for hours. Nothing, nada. Where was Trump? What was he doing Saturday morning? The man who normally has 60 tweets out by 5 a.m. had nothing. What was he doing Saturday morning?
I'm not saying that. Oh, darn you, I swear. All right, I'll play this. A pie is what I get. This Seven of Cups. I can't confirm that. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Purely for entertainment purposes only, because I'm getting some...
There's Seven of Cups, and then I get the Death with that. So there is something that was potentially dangerous. King of Pentacles, and then the Magician. So this is something you have done before, something you know how to do, with one hand tied behind your back. And then this is my card for pills. And so my prescription. This is not something he found in the dumpster at the Rite Aid. And then there's Knight of Wands. So here's an action that he was prepared for. So I think maybe he was asleep. Maybe that's just foggy mind. I'll say that. He overslept.
I'm kind of getting something even more provocative, if you can imagine.
I can imagine, yes.
Because I'm getting he was a little tied up.
Yeah.
And there was
you say that, didn't
there's a little rough play going on. And this was paid for.
Oh.
A little bonding time. Something he's done in the past, yes. He was power playing a little bit, and being the celebrity. And doing things kind of in secret from Melania is what I'm getting. So I'm not going to say with who, but it looks like he was having a little bit of a good time. Merry Christmas to you. What'd you get in your stocking? Oh my goodness. Let's see. What else have we got?
We do Barron. Well, not Barron, but why is Barron off limits?
What? Yeah, why is Barron off limits? Trump attacked Greta Thunberg, who won the what was it? It was the Times cover, wasn't it? That she got?
Yeah, because she's
Times Person of the Year.
Climate change right now for her generation.
Yeah. Why is it okay that he can attack Greta, an underage minor, but the Republicans and Trump don't want anyone attacking Barron? Why is it okay for him to attack?
And Melania
backed him up.
Yeah. The wax queen herself.
And mind you, to use a Johnny phrase, mind you, Barron wasn't attacked. A pun was used. The guy who was testifying said, Barron cannot be a baron. He was saying Trump cannot be a king. Barron cannot be a baron. He cannot be the next in line for president. As a monarchy. It was a play on words. It was not picking on Barron the child. But of course, the Republicans and Trump blew it up as, and Melania is picking on his child. But why is it okay for him to pick on Greta?
I didn't get her. I got something about Barron. Like it's the president's kids. You know, it was a thing to where. Now, mind you, they talked about the Bush girls like dogs. They talked about the Clinton girls like dogs. They tried to talk about Sasha and Malia, but, you know, the world sort of pushed back on that and said, leave the president's kids alone. Criticize him all you want. Criticize Mrs. Obama all you want because she's in the public eye too. But leave his kids alone. So I kind of get that's kind of what this is. There is a submission and begging and thing like that going on, but there's a loss here. So, then there's Melania and Trump. And then there is people in the media, and then the support in the White House. So I think it's a whole president's kid thing that he sort of is protected because of that.
Yeah, I feel like I have Barron on the bottom here. I don't know if he's an air sign also like Trump, but I feel like, you know, he's Trump Jr., you know, Trump like kind of energy, and that they want to keep things hidden with Barron. But it's also about hanging on to his position and hanging on to his base and creating that chaos that he hopes, you know, keeps his base cooperating with him and, you know, keeps bringing the success that he wants and the victory that he wants. So I get it. It's more about just trying to play to the base again. So will McConnell allow witnesses?
Because that's what he wants to avoid. Because then Chuck Schumer and his crew get to call all the relevant people, Mulvaney, Bolton, all these people. So,
and
good idea.
McConnell wants fast, Trump wants it drawn out and a big spectacle, you know, let's get ratings kind of thing, like it's a TV spectacle and stuff. And McConnell knows, like, you can't drag this stuff out on Trump.
The more people you talk to, the worse it's going to get. If they'd have stopped at Yovanovitch, then they might not have had such a strong case for the articles they did bring. But the more people you talk to, the worse it gets.
And the more people that are refusing to that Trump's blocking from talking, the more suspicious it looks.
Because mind you, he's getting obstruction of Congress and whatever that other one was. So they're not even really going for like the big thing, abuse of power.
Yeah. They're not even going for bribery and extortion and obstruction of justice, flat out obstruction.
So will he allow witnesses? I get the Five of Cups as my first card. That's regret. It's crossed by the moon, though. So, regret and mystery. There is possibly. See, here's what I think. Okay, because I get the Ace of Cups and then victory, right, on one side. And then I get the Ace of Wands and then the Queen of Cups on the other side. So there could potentially be a person who creates enough doubt that Trump can get away. And then he's safe for the next whatever months. But there is also potentially a person who could be the worst thing that has ever happened to Donald Trump, and then he has to leave January 1st. It's like, I don't get a yes or no. What I get is he's kind of on the precipice of, I need this person to create the doubt, but I don't want to open it up for the Dems to bring in somebody else.
He's hung up. He's hung up. He's like he's trying to keep a lid on the emotions, in the country. But he's trying to, his challenge is to climb to higher ground, to stand on higher ground. I do feel like there's, some money behind it that's also steering his decision from donors. But he's hung up right now. He's looking off to the future, trying to decide what to do. But oh my God, what I got in the future. Our friend is back.
Oh, mercy. Well done, Devil.
Our gifts of money coming from somewhere is back. Death is back. And the emperor is back. So I really feel like something big is coming out about the money before McConnell can even make a decision about whether to have witnesses. Something big's getting ready to break. Did we read on, is anything breaking yet this year? We haven't read on that yet, have we?
No, not them.
Let's ask. Is something breaking by before the trial starts? Like around New Year's or something? Is something big getting ready to break?
When is his trial? Well, we don't know.
They didn't.
She still got the articles.
Yeah.
Of hers.
But you can just keep adding to those articles of impeachment, updating the votes and keep adding to it as more evidence comes in.
Because we have to keep in mind, because remember, I will say, now I'm not a person who apologizes, so I ain't going to start now. But I was the one who said, Nancy, what are you waiting for, right? And so now that she's pretty much done it, she's done all I needed her to do. She did her part. Now, her keeping the articles, I think that's actually smart because she's waiting on something.
Yeah.
And so we have to keep in mind she knows something we don't know.
Yeah. So she's got something in her hip pocket. She knows something we don't know. I think I don't think she even would have gone forward with an impeachment process at all if she didn't know something that we didn't know. She's got something in her hip pocket, and I think she's just setting these Republicans up to look foolish.
I really want to know.
So what?
Why she didn't want them to clap? I mean, I guess she didn't want it to look like.
Yeah, that look.
Yes.
Here with the gap. Yeah, don't you dare.
Oh, that was funny.
That was brilliant. Talk about stink eye. Yeah, that's a mom. That's a mom look like.
She did it right after.
Make me come over there.
Don't do it. Is anything going to break
before the trial?
Okay, what is this? All these names are changed, so I got to read them first. What is this? This is the magician. Knight of Swords.
I'm going to start calling the Knight of Cups, because he can be a little bit of an illusion, have a little bit of a mask. I'm going to call him the cover-up. Or he's the whistleblower. I haven't decided which yet. Cover-up or whistleblower. My Mother Russia card came out. I can get the devil, but that's almost as bad. Something from overseas on the bottom.
Okay, so what I think is going to happen before the trial, something else about interference. Because I get the magician, so this is a person of skill, person of action. person who is also a very, very, this is my card for liar, because the magician is a person who can, the whole sleight of hand thing.
Yeah.
So they're the ultimate manipulator. And then there's the Knight of Swords. So it happens very quickly. So I think it's information. So it's like the swords are about mental, and that's about thoughts. And so it's information coming in, but it's coming in very quickly. To the Democrats, this is the 10 of Cups. It is about the interference, the election interference, or some sort of quid pro quo interference with them, because this is that King of Cups. There is also, this is the card for America for me, so it has something to do with either our election interference or the Ukraine thing. There is the Chariot. And so this is why I kind of lean towards maybe election interference, because this is something that's been going on for a minute. And then I get the Queen of Cups. And so, Queen of Cups. So here is the support. And then I get the High Priestess. So a person is going to be revealed. And I guess we'll see what they have to bring to the table, because this is something from the past. And they may not necessarily be revealed as in we just now figuring out who this person is, because the judgment says we've been here before and it's probably been squashed, but they're coming back again. And then you have the Four of Swords. And so now we take this and someone's sitting on it right now.
Yeah, I think Nancy is. I think Nancy's sitting on it, holding onto it. I agree it has to do with some information, because wands for me are about communication and information and paperwork, because wands are made of wood, so I see it as paperwork. And I've got somebody bringing in to Nancy paperwork, some sort of new inspiration, new idea, new tangible paperwork, and it has to do with gifts of money. So also, when I get two aces in a reading or more, that's yes to me. That's like yes, something will be coming. And it causes a big change. And guess who else is here? Those three muses again, the three that support this money endeavor. And I can't decide if this is a whistleblower or if this is something tried to cover up. I'm kind of leaning towards cover up, because I've got the Moon card, which kind of keeps things hidden. So something that's been covered up coming out. And I do have Russia with it, and then followed by that Justice. It causes a transition in the whole impeachment process. It could be on more quid pro quo, more bribery, more extortion, or something to do with money laundering. It could be like they find out he's done it again somewhere else, because one of the things they set up in the articles is showing the pattern that he does this over and over and over again. So it could be that something else comes out about extortion that he's done.
Because I clarify that Four of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. And so there may be some sort of money deal, or because whatever it is from the past, and either they couldn't use it then, and that's why the Judgment card comes up and says, well, now it's applicable, or I'm not sure, but.
Or they get something tangible. They got something tangible now, so they can use it. So, that being said, since we weren't getting a real clear answer on will McConnell allow testifying, should we look at will Bolton, Mulvaney, and Pompeo testify? That's the whole thing that terrifies McConnell, that'll make him stick his turtle head back in his turtle shell.
Or knives in the back is what they should be called. Because that's going to go bad.
Hey, Mystic Bella, I haven't seen you in a little while. I have to go check her channel out. I haven't checked her out in a little while. I'm behind on watching videos.
Me too.
Part of the reason is because of House of Lenormand doing 2-hour, 4-hour live streams. So I can only watch like in increments, Becca's fault.
She did take a break and like for 9 seconds and then came right back. I enjoyed it.
Bolton, McConnell, Pompeo, will they testify? Working on it. Working on it. Working out the details. Something new is getting ready to break.
So I got 6 of swords and then page of coins. So there is if it is possibly a subpoena, that means he allows witnesses. But I only get one guy. I get a king of coins, whoever the earth sign man is. That's the only one I get. We only drew 6 cards. That's the only one I get.
Could be just McConnell, like blocking it. I keep getting that, all that anxiety McConnell feels about it, like, indecisive and trying to protect himself. And, they have subpoenaed those guys in the past and they just haven't been allowed to come forward. But I get there's a new action coming in, new emotion coming in. And again, aces are like yes cards for me, but then I get like hanging on and waiting. And then everybody being out in the cold with the Republicans. So I feel like
maybe it's just like the McConnell thing right now, too early to tell.
Victory for the star witnesses. I feel like
because I still get that 2 of swords.
Something's going to break that slows everything down, and kind of pauses everything. It's almost like there starts to be some sort of cooperation, so that they don't need them to testify, so they can kind of walk away from people testifying. I got the Sun card too, which is a yes. But there's something we don't know yet. 7 of Cups, something we don't know yet. Yeah, High Priestess. There's still something we don't know yet that hadn't come out. That's going to come out before they decide if they're going to have witnesses.
Ooh.
So let's ask this too, because this is another question I had. Did we ask this already? Will the Supreme Court fast track the taxes?
No.
That was something else that I got from House of Norman's reading the other night, that it looks like some of the court cases might get fast tracked a little bit. Right now, they're saying the tax thing, they probably won't decide till for 6 months. You gotta fast track the taxes. going to find out sooner. I'm getting waiting and cleaning on that. I'm not sure. They're going to fast track it. There's going to be something new in about 3 months on the taxes we're going to hear about.
So it's still being hung up with the Seven of Pentacles. But there might be a, let me clarify. Yeah, there is one in particular person. It might just be Nancy. It might be Maxine. It might be Letitia. I doubt it, but it might be. Someone's giving up on it. Someone at the very least is giving up on this in particular case and maybe starting another one or another request or something. But there's patience and waiting here with the Seven of Pentacles. It is about money. And then I get the Eight of Cups walking away and the Four of Swords, which is like, stop. But there is the Ace of Cups, which is a brand new interest. And then I get a victory with the Six of Wands. Yeah. So
I get strength on the Ace of Cups.
Yeah. Now, anxiety is what crosses it all. So that is it's still a very arduous process with the Knight of Wands. So it's not something that's going to be done overnight. But I don't think it'll be fast tracked, but it will still be pursued.
Yeah, I get the strength card with that, and also the Chariot. So something moves forward with that new, whether it's a new case or a new way of trying to get it, like a roundabout way of trying to get the taxes, maybe. Bringing out, like last week we read on, will they get the kids' taxes, that kind of thing, like getting the kids to see if there's fraud there, because that would build a case for, okay, if the kids are all screwed up in their taxes, then Trump's probably are too, laying the pattern. Yeah, and there's the circle of support. You know, those three, that might be the three kids and the three kids' taxes.
Because they keep coming up and coming up and coming up.
Three-party kids.
That's another thing about his supporters. Don't they ever think, why won't you show you? Now, mind you, some of them said he doesn't need to show his taxes because they don't need to see it. But what's the big deal? What can you possibly be hiding? It's like if somebody has something behind their back and you want to see it, don't you ever think it might be a little suspicious that you never, ever get to see what's behind their back?
Yeah. Why are they trying to hide it so hard? You know, there's a reason. The House also asked for documents from the Department of Justice on, I'll call him Mr. Epps because we can't say his name on YouTube anymore without getting demonetized. Over the federal prosecutors in Florida, you know, the plea deal with Alex Acosta that Mr. Epps got. The House asked for the first week in January to get all the documents related to that case and how the plea deal was worked out and the light sentencing. Will they get it? I'm going to pull 3 cards, I think. Oh, Sword of Truth right on the bottom. That's a yes card.
The Hangman.
The Hangman might be a delay.
No, that's what I was calling him.
Oh, the Hangman. Sorry.
It's very crass, but I said it anyway.
Yeah. Shit, I think they're going to have to go to court to get those too.
Yeah, I get
Queen of Swords.
Walking away.
I feel like they've got to communicate through the court system to get it.
And then
they've got to go to a judge, a federal judge or something. Anxiety over it. Wow. We did most everything on my list except my one funny question. Dare I ask my funny question as a closing question about Ivanka?
So we had this. So yeah, that was it.
Pretty much it, because we combined some into multi. Other than I've got some other things. I'll probably do a separate video, or we can do next week on the UK and the Queen and all that. We didn't get to those. So my funny question on Ivanka.
Oh, we didn't do. Putin calls Trump his agent.
Well, we kind of did because we looked at to see if Trump was going to move to Russia and all that. And we were doing like Trump's response back. Trump started calling the Republicans the United Republican Party. So my Ivanka question, she's just not quite bright enough sometimes. And I kind of, I've seen a few readers in the past, looking back like a year ago, that were picking up on that Ivanka might actually try to get pregnant to see if that helps her stay out of jail when she's like facing some serious challenges. So my question is, has she put some sperm in a freezer just in case Jared's locked up and she needs to get knocked up quick?
Good old IBF.
She got her a little sperm bank.
Okay, follow-up question.
Yeah.
Does she have somebody else? So I get the star, which means that there could possibly be, this is for the future, is what the star means for me. And then there's the devil. And then I get the romance card, the Knight of Cups, right after that. I don't get the Empress, and I pulled more cards. I get the Three of Swords, I got the Nine of Pentacles, the Woman of Money, and then I get the Moon, and then I get the Nine of Wands. I get no hearts, no loves, no nothing. The only hearts I get darn swords through.
I got sneaky. I've got something dishonorable. I've got the Knight of Cups, something a little romantic. Maybe mixing it up with somebody and talking to him a lot. And Jared's over here sleeping in his cell. The follow-up question.
Will she get somebody else? I don't know how to answer that.
Is she tired of sharing her wardrobe?
She's bigger than him. I seen them in they bathing suits when they was doing their little yacht pictures. Like he's like this big. He need 2 sandwiches and put them together and eat them at the same time. Lord have mercy. Like, I saw his ribs, his backbone.
I'm going to do a full spread so I can see past future. She got somebody in the past, got somebody now, or got somebody in the future on the side, besides Jared. I'm just going to ask my cards not to show me Jared, so there's no confusion. So if no people show up, there's nobody. Well, crap. We got the King of Wands on the bottom.
What is Jared's sign, y'all? What is Jared's sign? Somebody look at it.
King of Wands, a fire sign. Secrets and mysteries.
He's a Capricorn. That ain't a wand. That'd be an earth sign. Okay, so
I got fire sign man on the bottom.
Is she a water sign? She is. She's a Scorpio. Okay, that's what I got then.
She is nervous. She's nervous about the court cases. I got one of my yes cards over here in the past, so I think he's already there. He's already in the picture. What do you think?
I get her, right? Crossed by money with the Queen of the Page of Pentacles. I do get the Lover's card. It is in the past position. In the future is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is someone she has spent a lot of time with. I will assume that it's Jared until I clarify. But I'll assume it's him. And the outcome, though, is a completely different person. This is the manipulator. And Jared is not a good manipulator. This is her. So I think there is somebody here. But it's not another court card.
I think she knows him now. I think she's met him, even if they haven't hooked up yet. And I say that because, like, you know, here she is with her secrets. She's showing up as the high priestess for me with her secrets and mysteries. The challenge is the fool. That'd be Dad. You know, and all the court cases going on. But, you know, I was asking about, is there another man? And I asked my cards not to show me anybody, not to show me Jared, only show me somebody else. And I get that King of Wands on the bottom. So I've got in the future, you know, when she's no longer accepting what's offered from Jared. And I get that Page of Pentacles, like it's somebody probably that has a little bit of money, and they're sharing it.
I'm gonna ask it flat out. Is she having an affair? And I'll pull 3 cards and see what it says. I get the same darn person. I get the romance. Okay, so here's what's probably happening. Because it's the justice. Justice is balance and playing it even. Than the day-to-day operations. So this is somebody they know. Somebody probably works for them. Maybe some sort of yoga teacher or some crap like that. You know, something that is on the payroll. But it's not it's not scandalous, as in Jared knows. And I think, I mean, hey, it's fine. If you like it, I love it. That's what we used to say.
He is different. I get, I pulled 3 more cards. I get that Knight of Cups, someone offering something romantic. I get that he's different from Jared. And I get justice with it. On the bottom again, I got that Page of Pentacles. Maybe
it's Jared. He just dressing up as somebody else. Eh? Maybe it's him.
It's just him in disguise. He's put his mask on.
I shuffled and pulled the same 3 cards. So
try a different deck.
That's
Here, I'll go to my cat black deck. I got the victory card, the celebrated person on the bottom.
Is Ivanka having an affair? Okay, he didn't come up this time. But there's still somebody in the house. So somebody that works there. Or at the very least, there's money involved there.
Page of Pentacles again. What sign was Jared?
He's a Capricorn. He's Earth sign.
He's Earth sign? Yeah, because I got King of Pentacles like separating from him. She might be thinking about divorce or sleeping in separate bedrooms anyway. Tower with that, Jared might be drinking a little bit too much. He might be it's page of coins and the work card, somebody that works there.
That's probably him.
Or driver or something, Well, that's all I got, I think. You got anything else?
That is it. I believe. We can do Mike Gates. Mike Gates, is that his name?
Oh, Mike Gates. I forgot about him. I don't know what I want to ask.
I have a question for him. That's what it was.
Yeah, I didn't have a question for him other than just general, like, is he going to get caught up in corruption? I guess. Got the work card on the bottom. He's just such a mess. He's another Jim Jordan.
So Franklin Graham, Tulsi Gabbard. We can try to see who's going to be the nominee.
Yeah, I think Mike is going to be okay. I get, he's hanging on. I don't get anything with him. Moving on. He might have a little woman on the side too that kind of came up.
Yeah, something like that.
The only other thing I had was people that asked for Stephen Miller to step down again, but he's going nowhere. You know, people can ask him to step down all he wants. He's not going anywhere.
Birds of a feather. Because if he got to go, the rest of them got to go.
Yeah. He feels too empowered, so I doubt seriously. Oh, here comes Lucy to say hello on the live stream. Wishing everybody happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. She hasn't made an appearance in a while on camera, so. And she's gotten exceptionally fluffy this winter. Well, that's all I've got. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and I hope everyone has a lovely holiday. I'm getting a mouthful of big fat cat fur and tail flipping in my face. Yeah, Lucy Cat hasn't been around for a while, so glad she made an appearance for you guys for Christmas and Hanukkah. I'm going to try and do a live stream. I don't know if I'm going to do it Christmas Eve or Christmas night, but I'm going to try and do a live stream that's a little different, maybe a little bit of messages from the angels, maybe a little channeling or something a little softer. So anybody that's around, you can look for me Christmas Eve, Christmas night, probably about this time, around 7 Central Time, something like that. I haven't settled on which day yet. I'm kind of leaning towards Christmas Eve, but maybe to keep you calm. If you've got any Trump supporters coming over for the holidays, help keep you calm a little bit.
Yeah.
Advice from the angels how to deal with them when they're getting on your every last nerve. So we will see everybody sometime over the holidays, and then Johnny and I'll be on his channel next week. Are you around for New Year's? Is that getting close?
I don't celebrate holidays.
Yeah.
I'm always here.
We'll be here next Sunday. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
All right.